Whoa!
Careful!
I'm not hurt. But I do have this tendency to plunge straight ahead and not see the holes in the road.
No brains.
Precisely.
This yellow brick road seems to go on and on.
Why don't you eat something from your basket to cheer yourself up?
Oh, what a good idea. Would you like an apple?
Fortunately, I'm never hungry.
Why fortunately?
My mouth is only painted. If I should cut a hole in it so I should eat, my stuffing would fall out. That would spoil the shape of my head.
I see what you mean. Mind you, in Kansas, I would never even think of offering fruit to a scarecrow.
What is Kansas?
It's where I'm from. It's not colorful like the countryside round here. It's very flat and gray and windy. Everyone works hard all year round, but there are terrible dust storms, so the crops keep failing. And most of the time, people are left with nothing.
You don't say. But I can't understand why you'd wish to leave this beautiful country and go back to the flat, gray, windy place you call Kansas.
That's because you have no brains. We have a saying where I come from. There's no place like home. We even embroider it on our cushions.
Lucky for you, your heads aren't stuffed with straw. If you were brainless like me, you'd all choose to live in beautiful places, and Kansas would have no people at all.
You have a point there. Now it's your turn to tell me a story.
My life has been so short, I really know nothing whatever. I was only made the day before yesterday. Luckily, when the farmer made my head, one of the first things he did was to paint my ears, so I heard what was going on.
You actually heard yourself being created?
Yes. There was another munchkin with him, and the first thing I heard was the farmer saying, "How do you like those ears?" "Crooked," answered the other. "Never mind," said the farmer. "They are ears, just the same," which was true enough.
Well, then what happened?
Then he made my eyes and nose and mouth. But I didn't speak, because at that time I didn't know what a mouth was for. I had the fun of watching them make my body and my arms and legs, and when they fastened on my head at last, I felt very proud, for I thought I was just as good as anyone.
And so you are.
"This fellow will scare the crows fast enough," said the farmer, and he carried me under his arm to the cornfield, set me up on that pole where you found me. It was a lonely existence, for I'd nothing to think of. No experience, you see, so no memories to keep me company.
Weren't there any crows in the field?
Oh yes, dozens of crows appeared, but as soon as they saw me, they flew away again, thinking I was a munchkin.
Well, that means you were a very effective scarecrow.
Oh, I was as pleased as Punch to begin with. But soon an old crow flew near, and after scrutinizing me carefully, he perched upon my shoulder, saying, "Any crow of sense can see that you are only stuffed with straw."
Oh, dear. The old crow had found you out.
To add insult to injury, he hopped down at my feet and ate all the corn he wanted. Soon there was a great flock of crows about me. I felt like an utter failure, but the old crow comforted me, saying, "If you only had brains in your head, you would be as good a man as any of them. Brains are the only things worth having in this world."
What an extraordinary thing for a crow to say.
Oh, he was right. If I had a brain, I'd never be bored again.
What exactly would you do?
I'd stimulate my friends and rebuke my enemies. I'd puncture pomposity and castigate prejudice. I'd memorize the encyclopedia, solve the Times crossword, reduce the fiscal deficit, find a cure for all the fatal diseases. And if there was any time left over, I'd ruminate on the meaning of life and death and the universe.
Goodness, you deserve to have a brain, you really do. I'm sure the wizard will agree with me when he hears your story.
I certainly hope so. It's so unpleasant to know for a fact that one is a fool.
Scarecrow, have you noticed that the land around us seems to be getting rougher and darker?
I have. And there seems to be an even darker forest up ahead.
Oh, dear. The Munchkins warned me that this journey would be unpleasant.
Don't worry. If the yellow brick road goes into the forest, it must come out again on the other side.
Well, everybody knows that.
Certainly. That's why I know it. If it required brains to figure it out, I never should have said it.